Okay, you can start videotaping. Okay, so this is for the sideline. So I'll just show you how to get into sideline again. So the last technique we did was when we did this stretch this way. And then to get into sideline, we're simply going to take the arm and just step across and pull the person in the sideline. And hold on to the arm and come overhead. And when you come overhead, you can come down on one knee and one foot. And we're going to stretch the side. And we're going to do it by letting our hand come right on the inside of the elbow. It's a nice natural grip. And we're just going to inhale, and on the exhale, lean back. You can see the stretch in the side. And you want to do that a couple times. So y'all come over here. So then from there we're going to come up like this. Yes? And we're going to come down on one knee, and the knee is going to support the back. Put the arm down, and the other foot is going to come around so that your center, your hara, is right over the side of the head. And this is where we're going to start. And we're going to start with compressing with our palm into the side or the temporal area of the head. And we're simply going to compress around the ear, compressing on the exhale. So as far as pressure goes, you're just leaning in rather moderately, okay? Not too soft, but in a nice firm pressure. And you'll know if you're pressing too hard because their eyes will probably start bulging out a little bit, or their tongue perhaps will fly out of their head. One of those is a working sign, that's just too much. But again, like mentioned, and that was a good point you made, you want to have a nice firm touch. Okay. And then you're going to come around here. Someone hold up that manual. Let's see what version this is. I'll just hold this in front of the videotape. Press. Okay, sweet. Thank you. So after this compression, we're going to add this. We're going to bring our arm on top like this. And we're going to take our hands and intertwine them, and we're going to pull back to stretch their neck. So we're just going to rock forward and rock back. You can see this openness here start to stretch. And the way our hands are now, we're just going to separate them so that one hand goes in front of the shoulder and the other hand is in back of the shoulder. So we're cupping the scapula on the front and the back, and we're just going to do nice range of motion. One way, and then the other. Okay. To loosen up the shoulder. And then we're going to put the arm down, and we're going to come up, and we're going to compress right into the side of the body and right into the hip. So you want to turn your body and then just compress into the side. Have the person inhale and then compress on the exhale. And as you take the compression down, you'll come to the space where the ribs end, the 12th rib, and where the hip starts. And there's a space there where there's soft tissue. And to get into that area, you're going to do what's called dragon's mouth. So where you take your hands and overlap them like this, so that this space fits right in there. Yeah, the inhale. See what I'm saying? It just sinks right in, and it addresses that soft tissue, and also the meridian goes right through there. Okay. And then you're going to take that compression into the hip and down the side and leg out the toe. So you can do it a variety of ways. One thing I've been doing lately is to come this way and place your foot at the knee, and then you're right over the hip to compress. And this, with this foot here, it stops the leg from going out. A lot of times if your foot's not there and you add compression, the body slips. Okay, so you don't want that particularly. So you want to support it this way. So then you just take the palm of your hand and compress right into the side of the hip. And when I say compress into the hip, you want to compress in between these two bony landmarks. Greater trochanter, you know that? Yes? No? If this is the leg bone coming up, there's like the ball right here. And the sacrum, right in between there's soft tissue. Right in the soft portion of the butt, basically, like the gluteals right here. Use the palm of your hand and you can just compress right into it. And then you're going to take the compression right down the side of the leg. One thing about this position is you're right over the work. You don't really have to rotate your body. You can just sink right in. Back off, and I'm inhaling and I'm leaning in, and I'm exhaling. Okay. And once you get to the knee, you're going to continue the compression down, so you shift like this and just lean in. Compressing into the foot. And this goes right, just pull the fourth toe, because the meridian, right out the fourth toe. And so we started here and we came down, and now we're going to go back up. So we're going to start at the foot, and we're going to compress into the foot. And we're going to compress into the soft tissue of the leg, so you can compress this way, or you can compress this way, whatever feels better. This feels better to me because this is sort of an awkward position with the wrist. So you can just compress this way. You're going to compress up to the knee and then above the knee. Compress. In compressing above the knee, make sure that you don't compress really close to the knee because it's very tender here. The way the muscles come and attach here, it's very tender. So you want to just come up a little higher and compress. And you can compress with, and I want you to try all three of these, with the palm of your hand, with your knee, just sink in like this. Because we want to try to be comfortable with compressing with different body parts. And you notice I have 2 points of contact here, so I can lower my weight down easily. Or else you can use the arch of your foot. And then we're going to end this sequence with a stretch. So y'all come over here now. There's a lot of moving in this class. Comfort. How's our time? 9 minutes? Okay, cool. So this stretch is after we compress the leg up, this stretch is simply this. We're going to grab hold of the ankle with this hand. Okay? And then we're going to place this knee in the small of the back. So just look how I am now. You simply go like this. And just pull that leg back like this. And hold it. That's this nice stretch. Is that okay, man? Mm-hmm. You want any more or no?
A little more.
So inhale and exhale. Okay. And then because we're running out of time, we'll go like this. And then, and then, and then.